Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and I'm joined as well by someone all the way from Floria Fields. It's Felix in Floria Fields.
It's me. Oh, you like my new setup? It's so great. I have not chosen a different background because my setup looks like this. I've just moved into a new place and, well, the setup looks great, but I just don't have a background. There's not really room for it. I might get something up, but right now, I mean, this is pretty cool.
It's certainly something. So, Felix, obviously you've been playing a load of Kirby Air Riders, which I haven't yet, but a big thing that has been, I don't want to say at the forefront of people's minds, but maybe at the back of people's minds, is that, hang on, Nintendo released 2 kart races in a single year. What's up with that? And I think, you know, people are invariably going to be thinking, what's the point? Which one's the better one? Is it Kirby or is it Mario Kart? I nearly said Metroid. Metroid Kart maybe should be a thing, but it's not this year. So, what is the better game, Felix?
That is a hard question. They are very different games.
Are you suggesting that you've got a position of nuance and complicated
Me?
feelings, and you're saying that you can't just categorize 2 different things and rank one above the other because they're invariably different?
We are going to rank them. Don't worry about that.
I can't fathom this, or at least the comments can't fathom this.
Okay, so yeah, I've been playing quite a lot of Kirby Air Riders, and I have a lot of things to talk about. I didn't have my personal thoughts at the end of the review. One, because I just didn't have time for it, but I also wanted to save it for this video. Yeah, let's just get the cat out of the bag. Which modes do I like? Which modes don't I like? Because I feel like I like half of this game a lot, and then the other part is kind of So, I really like Air Ride. Like, that's my favorite mode. It's really fun. It's really nuanced. The racing, the competition, it just feels like, oh, just one race more. One I got to play online because obviously I played this before the game was out, so you couldn't properly play online. But there were some like PlayStations where you could play with other people. Those were really, really great fun. I also really like Top Ride. Top Ride is surprised me a lot. It's kind of like I know it as Escalestri in Spanish. It's like little kart racer where you like with a little remote.
Yeah. I think Americans call it slot car racing, and in the UK we call it
something like
scale X-Trick.
But it's really fun. It's really close. There it feels maybe a little random who wins, but there is still like all the same effects from the carts to the players are still in effect there, and the courses are really, really cool and nice, and yeah, just really chaotic. The 2 modes I don't really like, and that's going to be controversial. I don't really like City Trial. Everyone who I've played it with, because I've also had 3 other friends playing it. I've also had my girlfriend playing it. None of us like it. It's just we play a session and it just feels pointless. We don't know, like you drive around for 5 minutes. Like it's I don't know. I just a lot prefer Air Ride and Top Ride. Maybe that will change over the time. I don't know if it's because it's only one map and it just gets very samey very quickly. It's like, okay, to me it just feels kind of random what power-ups I'm running around against. Like, oh, I'm of course just getting the ones in front of me, so I don't really have that much control. I don't know, but that's just my opinion. Single player mode, also not totally fussed about it, but that's, I mean, it's a very simple single player mode. You know, you're driving it along this straight path and then you get some challenges. Not that much story, but yeah.
You compared it because we've spoken about this in over a call in real life. We don't just communicate through videos. I know it's baffling, but you mentioned that it was a little bit like World of Light in Smash.
Yes, but possibly a little bit worse because there isn't like, I feel like in World of Light there was this big world you were running around. That was really cool. Here's
this big JPEG, you mean?
Yeah, that as well. But here, it kind of just feel like, oh, you're driving through a straight road. Sure, the location has changed based on what... There's lots of different paths, but it's still just a straight road, which to me isn't that exciting. Also in the start, like if you want to play this again and again, there's different difficulties. I played it on hard, but in the start, since your vehicle, it's kind of like in City Trial, it's very underpowered, so you're super slow in all the challenges. So it's kind of like playing on the slow speed, which is just not very fun, in my opinion. So yeah, it's kind of like half of the game I really like. I'm so excited to play Air Ride and Top Ride when other people get the game, play it online. I'm of course also excited to try a bit more. City Trial is by far the mode I've played the least, just because I don't really gel with it that much. I think I do want to highlight that Peter didn't really talk about is the customization in this game is absolutely insane. It's so weird coming from Mario Kart World, which has essentially no customization. Like, sure, you can put a little sticker. Like, there's tons of different stickers, which you can practically not tell the race. You can't turn down the like, you can't change any volume sliders. This game just, it feels like it is thought of everything. Like, you can go in and you can change how you want to steer. You can invert a lot of things, and if you get motion sick, well, Kirby Air Riders has lots of different customizable options. You can put a border, you can put a little dot, so your eyes can kind of focus on that when racing. I've not played with that yet, and I've not really been that motion sick. There was like a long session where I played like for 2 hours. Yeah. I did feel a bit car sick or whatever it was at the end, but that was also a very long session, and I also didn't have any of the like things on. It might be very distracting initially when you have them on, but when I try to play with them, like they kind of just fade away. You don't really notice them, which is a good thing if it's something, because I was like, oh, that's going to be so annoying to have on if I do need it, which I might, but so far it's been all right without.
That's good, yeah, because that is something that I think is prevalent in most games that involve Masahiro Sakurai in some significant factor, is that you can just play it how you want. You know, Smash Ultimate, how many different rule sets, you can change each individual thing and all that sort of thing.
Let me talk about the rule sets. It's great. It's like you can customize everything. You can play 1 lap or you can play 99 laps. Like, that's the maximum, which is just like, okay, that's absolutely insane. That's going to be some challenge playing with fans 99 laps. I don't know.
I'd love to do that.
But yeah, 99 laps, you can change, like, instead of it being laps, it can also be time. So at the end of 3 minutes, whoever gets furthest is the winner.
Oh, a little bit a little bit like time mode in Smash as opposed to stock.
Yeah, exactly. It's a change, but so much customization in the rules and just the game itself. It's when you first boot up the game, it's actually kind of daunting because, like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, from what you've described, I've not played the full game. I've only played the test ride that they had. I played that over both weekends. I want to make clear, I played plenty. It sounds a little bit like Kirby Air Riders is almost like going to like a big buffet where there's all sorts and you can just mix and match with whatever you please and, you know, get all these different bits and pieces. Whereas Mario Kart World, I know we haven't touched on it too much yet, is more like going to like a Michelin star restaurant where you sit down and you will have what you're given. You don't get a choice. You just sit down and you eat what you're given. And the Michelin star stuff is, you know, almost certainly going to be fantastic, but maybe there's something there that isn't to your taste, but you gotta eat it anyway. Kirby Air Riders, you don't have to. Would you say that's a fair analogy?
Yeah, I think that fits it quite well. That there, at least, of course, there's the tailored experience, which is just how it is at default. You know, you can just play it with default laps. But there's also a lot more customization in how the cards, the stars, the machines, how they control and how they play. They're very, very different. The races, I mean, they are different in their specials, which that's really cool. But other than like speed boost and stuff, I don't feel like it changed like wildly. Of course, you have Kirby, which can like inhale and copy, but everyone can copy. They just grab. But for example, when playing Bandana Wild D, since you have a spear, then you can use that spear to kind of whack the enemies as you drive past them. So there is there, but by far the most changes is going to be in the machines, which they play so differently. Like, I have really been fond of the Slick Star, which when you do the like stop and then to boost, you don't stop, so you can kind of like keep the momentum. I don't know, it's really cool. It's I had the exact same reaction as Alex when I first heard about it, but I've been converted. And also just it's fun because the gameplay, you would feel like that's the Michelin, like, oh, you just drive forward, everything is automated, but there is like so many different ways you can play this kind of automated race, because you're not just racing, you're also fighting.
Yeah.
And that's like the big thing. You're fighting the different opponents. One of my favorite features of the game is like the kind of stars that you leave behind. So you kind of have to like, it feels super satisfying going, especially if you have a vehicle that can like really take advantage of it. Like some vehicles are not that quick, but then when they get into that, they get like a really high top speed. And yeah, it's really, really cool. One of my biggest complaints of the game is, unfortunately, when you play multiple people, it might be a small thing, but when you go into a race, normally as a single player, you can look at all the different vehicles and you can see, oh, okay, this is what the stats do. Like this machine is very fragile, but it's really quick, the paper star, or you can take like a tank star, or you can have like the wagon star, which there you can't boost. So it's really nice to have all this information to also see, okay, what are your stats? But all this gets taken away from you if you're playing two or four, up 2 to 4 players, because there you kind of go into this like Smash looking like setup where you can't see any settings, like any stats, what these machines do, and it's like, but this is when exactly you need it. Like when you're playing single player, if you've played it a lot, you'll know what they do. But if you have 3 new friends over, they're not going to know what they do. And you can't just go into a menu and be like, oh, this is what that machine does. Like the closest I could find to is that you have your garage, and there you can kind of like display certain ones, but you can't just go in, okay, kind of like in Smash Bros. Where you can see all the move sets of all the characters while you're selecting. You can be like, oh, what is Cloud do? Like in a match, you can kind of just pause and then look, okay, A does this, B does that. There's nothing like that here, which is just really weird when you want to like, it just gives a big disadvantage to the new people, because then I have to sit there and explain, okay, this one does that, that one does that, while we're all selecting cards at the same time. So of course,
and you have to have that knowledge, and maybe you can't remember what the bulk star does.
No, exactly. I've not played as all of them, so one of my friends chose one where you have to boost as kind of like the fuel, and they were just not moving. And I'd been saying, oh, you move by yourself. So they, of course, lost that race, and it's like, okay, it feels a bit like there must be a better solution to that problem.
I mean, like Mario Kart World obviously doesn't have anywhere near the differences in the machines, but you can just press either like, I can't remember what button it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Might be Y, might be minus or something, and it shows
and
the
believe
stats.
Yeah, believe me, I've pressed all the buttons because I'm like, nah, this can't be right. I must, like, the only thing you can see is that you can change how you turn. If you're playing top right, you can kind of do that where you always go to, and I actually have it like that. I don't know why, I just really, really enjoy that. But yeah, that's probably my biggest complaint of the game, is that, you know, I really enjoy playing it in multiplayer, like especially in split screen, just 2 people, like having it horizontal. Hey, I'm learning. Having it horizontal instead of vertical feels, vertical kind of squishes it a bit, where horizontal just feels a lot better, a lot nicer, and it feels.
But it's
like
nice to
you're
have
not
the
really
option,
losing.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
Because
You
some
have a lot
people
of different
prefer to be
options.
able to see more ahead of them, whereas some people prefer to see a wider view. And that's the great thing. You have the option. You're not stuck with one or the other. And I always think that
exactly.
And that's something that I really love about Kirby Air Riders. Not that I've played the full game, full, disclosure, is you can have the options everywhere. So many options. You can make the game, within reason, what you want it to be. And that is something that I feel personally is sorely missing in Mario Kart World. There just aren't that many options. Yes, you can do a race from almost anywhere to almost anywhere within reason. But that's not the same as changing, sort of all the nitty-gritty, the little bits in here and there. How many laps you do. Imagine doing a knockout tour where you get to do more than one lap around the resultant...
Yeah. Don't even remind me. But it is such a nice breath of fresh air to see a Nintendo game. I know it's Sakurai, but it is a Nintendo game coming out with so many options, with so much customization. I hope that they see the positive response to this and be like, okay, maybe we should actually focus a bit on this, because people seem to really like it. It is just nice to have the customization to make the game what you want to play. So, I really like this game. I really like Kirby Air Riders. I love the presentation. The gameplay is really fun, at least in some of the modes for me. And that's the nice thing. There's so many different, well, there's not so many different modes. There's 4 main modes, you're sure to find something that you like. Maybe you don't like Air Ride because it's like, oh no, there's too much going on, or it's just not that fun to you. Then City Trial might be more of your liking. It's more like a party of some sorts, which is weird. I don't like it because I'm a massive Mario Party fan. But yeah, the music.
You just haven't played it with the right people.
Maybe. Well, I played it with you, so I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. You haven't played it with the right people. So, which is better?
If I had to choose,
and you do.
I would choose Kirby Air Riders, mainly because I think it's more fun to play in multiplayer. And to me, those games really exceed in multiplayer. Like, it's just fun to get friends over. Here, you're not losing any frames. It's still 60 frames per second. And it's also, although I said, like, you can't see the stats and stuff, when you get over that, when people are a bit familiar with what the different machines do, it's just a lot more, I don't know, close. It feels like people quickly pick up on how the game is played. It's also a bit more simple. So it's like, oh, you only really need to focus on one button. And that's all you have to focus on and get to grips with. And you also have like the slipstreaming to get back. You have the specials. It's just, I feel with Mario Kart, it's just not the same kind of fun, because I feel like I will normally win because I've just played a lot. It feels like the skill gap is a lot, like if you play more, you just get a lot better. Obviously that is a good thing, but I just had a lot more fun with Kirby Air Riders than when I've played Mario Kart with other people. But also in single player, like when online comes about, I still play Smash Bros online because I think that's really fun, just to like get those rivalries when you're playing. And I had that when I played Kirby Air Riders, because then like you have like one person who's like near your skill level and you go into a race, and again. There was like one online session when it was just me and another person, and we would always be neck and neck. And it was just so fun trying to like, just get past them at the last second. So, and also just all the customization. I think that's really nice to have, so you can just tailor the experience to your liking. And the gameplay is very different, and I just think it's really, really fun. Not that Mario Kart is not fun, but I think I'm just not really.
They're very different games.
Every time my friends have been like, oh, when they're over, if one of them have been like, oh, should we play Mario Kart? I'm just like, I don't really want to. I'm not hungering to play Mario Kart again.
Because you'll level them, which is I'm honestly in a very similar position. It's the same. I love to play Smash with people, but I've played so much that when if I have friends over or something like that, I don't want to play Smash with them, even though it's one of my favorite games of all time. I don't want to, because I'm just going to body them, and that's it's not fun for them. It's not fun for me because I'm not being pushed or challenged. Yeah. It's why I like playing Smash with you online, because we're closer in.
No, we have some great matches. It's really fun to play.
Yeah, but I agree with you in regards to Mario Kart World as well, because it is a great game. I really enjoy it, but again, I'm not on the same level as you in Mario Kart World, but if I play with friends, I'm gonna body them. Maybe it's just because it's a new game and we're not as good at it. Maybe.
That's definitely very true. But I just feel like people get to grips with the game a lot quicker. Like it's less, it's not as easy to make mistakes in Kirby, because it's all kind of like you're you're going forward. Like I feel like on Mario Kart, it's very easy. Like, okay, you go off road or you do this and this, and then you just have lost the race, kind of. I also just feel, it's funny I say this now, but I feel like I'm better at Kirby than Mario Kart. Like, I feel like when I play online Mario Kart, there I get bodied. I just feel like what I don't like about Mario, okay, here is the number one thing. It is something to do with the items. Like, it's the fact that you can start a race really, like, you can do bagging. That's like the term. Like, you stay behind to get really good items, and like, it's a tactic, and it works because you can stay behind and get all the powerful items and then catch up at the end. And where Kirby, it feels a lot more skill-based. It is, okay, you have to be good at, like, you can, especially since there's so many different machines, like, oh, I'll choose the slick style because no one likes that, and I'll like get to grips with it, and maybe it has like a secret advantage. Not always. Like, different stages call for different machines, but it is a lot more rewarding to find your own tactics, where I feel like in Mario Kart, it is just pick this card. This is the quickest card if you want to win, and everyone picks that card and same combo, because it has the best mini turbo stats, which means that you charge up mini turbos quicker, which is very good in a game like Mario Kart. Sorry, that was a big, long... I just needed to clarify why I'm just having more fun with Kirby Air Riders. It is... it's really fun.
I think you're absolutely right. It's one of those things where I can see both sides. I can see, well, definitely, by limiting the difference between vehicles in something like Mario Kart World, then everyone's sort of like, everyone knows the vehicle going in within reason. Yeah, there are going to be some changes in stats, but they handle... I say handle, that's handling is something, but you know what I mean. They control in the same way, whereas that's not the case with Air Riders, which means that there may well be instances where, as you say, like one course works best with one particular kind of machine, which you don't get in Mario Kart World, because there is usually one that will dominate, and that changes. The meta changes, but it does feel like it's a bit more Wild West with Kirby Air Riders. And again, that may just be because it's a new game. People aren't as familiar with it. But that is exciting. That is exciting. Yes, and so I can see where that excitement comes from.
And maybe like when the game is out, people realize, oh, there's just one machine that is way better than any other. You want to go for this machine.
But then that's happened with Smash. You know, there's always tiers and stuff like that. And people are like, oh, don't play as Ganondorf because you're just going to get destroyed. But then, or if you like a character in Smash, like I play, I suppose my main is Ridley, who has like either the biggest hurt box or the second biggest or something like that. He's massive and he's so easy to hit, so easy to combo. But I think as a result, people don't expect you to be good. But if you keep playing, you'll find your own tactics, your own way to do things. And I don't win every fight. I don't. But I think I win more fights than people would expect for a Ridley main. And I think I can see that in Air Riders as well. You know, the Bulk Star. Oh, no one uses the Bulk Star because it's really, well, it's not slow, but it turns atrociously, you know, and all these sort of things. But if you make it work for you, you'll surprise people. And people won't expect that, which means you're going to be able to win. And I love that. I love that dynamic in games. I adore it. So I'm champing at the bit, because we're recording this the day before the game comes out, and the day it does come out, I am going to be chewing through that like a hungry boy.
Yes, and I hope you all be looking forward to the stages. I haven't touched on those. I just want to say quickly, they are really, really nice. I love the variety, how pretty they are, how flashy. Like, you have those rail sequences.
They're good.
It just feels like you're looking into those, like, I don't know what they're called.
Kaleidoscope.
Kaleidoscope. Yeah, exactly. It can feel like that sometimes. So, I'm excited to play some matches with you, Alex. That's going to be fun.
100%. I'll get my physical tomorrow. Love a physical game. But anyway, those are only our thoughts. Do you prefer Mario Kart World? Do you have thoughts? Let us know one of your thoughts with a comment down below. But for now, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you follow that subscribe button, star trail, and then smash into it with your special or something. And be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.